listen to the ash. The dryness and ashiness on my hands. Yes. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Getting ready to leave for work, you know. Trying to play some music on my other phone. So many things coming up. You know? Yesterday, I was supposed to have the weekend off, right? So, Monday I came to work. I wasn't feeling too well, but I came to work. Tuesday I wasn't feeling good. And I had to go to the doctor to re-up on my medication. And then yesterday I got into it. Well, I didn't get into it, but one of my daughter's teachers and the babysitter got into it. Wasn't a good environment for my daughter. So I stayed home with her. Too much. So y'all know I'm going back to work in the midst of this whole corona virus kind of thing. This is my mask, okay? Some of y'all see me who have me on Instagram. This is my mask. It has a filter in it. This is the comfort for your nose. It pinches down on your nose. When I put this filter on, this mask on, I kind of sound like I got a cold or something because it's pushing down right here, right under the bone in your nose, right underneath it, so that no air is going inside your nose. Okay? I also have some gloves. Now people gonna say, oh, you still can get it through your eyes or whatever. All right, I don't have any goggles, but for right now a mask will do because you're more than likely to inhale somebody sneezing and all this other kind of stuff. Plus you guys know I wear glasses, so that will kind of help me a little bit. Good morning, D-Diets. Good morning, good morning. Huh? Now I look like me, right? So I just wanted to come up here, let you guys know, the ones who know, that I do work outside in the public, that your girl is packing some heat with her via a mask and some gloves. Also have disinfectant spray, so every time I get to my vehicle at work, I Lysol it up, because I know for a fact that people are coughing and sneezing and eating food and touching the steering wheel and just being nasty individuals. Like, it's disgusting. Listen, if you finding piss bottles in your vehicle, you damn sure know that people are coughing and sneezing and probably digging up their damn nose and eating their boogers in your vehicle, right? So D, what you been up to? What have you been up to, girl? I know it's kind of early for some people. People are still like, it's no way it's 7:30. It's really 6:30. I dropped my daughter off this morning. I really did not want to, because I'd rather spend all my time with her. It is the best thing in my life right now. Like, seriously. There are a lot of nasty people, and you know that it's mostly the men. I understand that, you know, they have Janes and stuff like that. Like, I was guilty of carrying one of those, but, you know, people don't think about how we don't have, like, restrooms readily to, you know, postal work, especially if you don't work in an area that has a lot of stores. If you work in an area that's predominantly, you know, just house after house after house, you know, there's no restroom, you know, especially for the people who don't have a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? They have to actually walk to each of their relay boxes and all this other stuff. But at least I have a vehicle. I could, you know, drive to a business. But yeah, they will take their nasty hands that, you know, they don't wear gloves to deliver the mail and people packages, touch their nasty private, okay, use the restroom in a bottle. After they do that, they'll throw it on the shelf where people put other people's packages, you know, around people's packages, where it could possibly leak and get urine on the shelf and wetting up somebody else's package that they're gonna take into their house. They're gonna touch with their bare hands. Oh yeah, they're disgusting. They're very disgusting. People in the grocery store wearing masks is not good here either. Listen, this is my take on it. Okay, it's the same way with a regular cold as it is the flu. Me living in New York City, I've always, and if people who know me outside of this YouTube know me, very germaphobe. Somebody coughing, I'm like, ew, cover your mouth. Like, I'm one of those kind of people. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like that. When I'm riding the train, this is me holding the pole. I'm not touching it with my hand. I'm not. And especially since I started working at the post office in 2014, I would keep my gloves on and ride the train home like that with my gloves on. You know, even better for me. I don't gotta, you know, stretch out my sleeves trying to wrap it around, you know. And because it's a pole and the train is moving, you're sliding around and stuff like that, your shirt don't have no real grip on it. But because you have the gloves on, it has grip to it. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, people need to wash their hands. People need to cover their mouths. But you know that people... I had that mask on, and it's so funny because the nurse that was talking to me, he didn't have a mask on at all. Some nurses had masks on and some didn't. He was one of them that didn't. And he's sitting there. First of all, I'm in the waiting room. People coughing, not covering their mouth. And the ones who are covering their mouth is doing the cough. The one that I hate, that's not doing anything. It's not covering anything. Why are you doing this? So, I get in the room with him. I'm talking to him or whatever. He helping me. And then he goes, the two coughs that she did without covering, I just caught it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all not even practicing. How can you not? It's true. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. This gum that I put in my mouth, I didn't even touch it with my fingers. Open the foil, the gum is exposed. You use the back of the wrapper to help guide the gum in your mouth. I've always done that. Your hands are dirty. You've been touching this and touching that. For me leaving my house to get into my car, okay, I've touched my keys. I've touched my doorknob. I've came over here. I've unlocked my car. I've touched my car handle. Other people probably been touching my car handle. You know? It's like, just be cautious. Be careful. D, that's really nice of you. That's really nice of you. Not everybody is as friendly as that, especially in New York. I will say, when I first started out in this job, the area that I worked in is, different cultures, that live around you, from different countries. And, well, not live around you, but where I worked. And it's like, they would never, that's not for them to be like that. They look at you as a stranger still, even though I'm coming to your house every day. I'm delivering your stuff every day, from personal mail. Like, we pretty much know a lot of the stuff that you get, stuff that has to be signed for, important documentation, not purposely like we're going through your stuff. You can pretty much tell through certain kind of letters and stuff. And it's like, we're like strangers or whatever. And then to some people, we're like their best friends. They can't wait for us to come. They sit there and have all kind of conversations with us. On my old route, even though I hated how long it was, I was invited to weddings. Like, people showing me pictures of their great grandkids and, stuff like this. So it's like, it's so different. Some people we're strangers. Some people, they really love us and care about us. They give us tips during the holiday. When I was pregnant, they were congratulating me all the time. One lady, she knitted me a blanket for my daughter that I still use for her to this day. They've given me gifts for her. Her first Christmas, they gave me tips just for her. Like, oh, this is for the baby. This is for Sabrina. Da 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 da. Giving me toys. Oh, this is for your daughter. They don't have to do that kind of stuff. They can just take their mail and go in the house. But, some people, they are happy to see you. They want to talk to you and stuff like that. So, you develop these relationships. Even on my new route, I was finished early one day, and I was really thinking about one of my customers, and I drove over by her house, rang her doorbell, came upstairs, because I never put her mail in the mail slot, because it's a two-floor co-op. Is it a co-op? It's not a condo, it's a co-op. It's a 2-floor co-op. And she lives upstairs, and she has knee problems. She has diabetes. She has bad type 1 diabetes. She lives alone. Her husband passed away. Her daughter, I believe, also has diabetes, and her daughter is like missing like a leg or something like that. Like, she just had like surgery. You know what I'm saying? And she lives in a totally different state. She's in New York by herself. So she's, pretty lonely. And, I would always talk to her when I did my route. I always made sure I knew that when I came to this part of my route, I was going to have some time taken away from me, because she was going to talk to me. And it's like, I was finishing my route a little early one day, and I drove over there. I rang the bell, and I was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, oh my God, how you doing? She let me upstairs. I've never been upstairs in her house, but she let me upstairs, and we were sitting there talking, and she was like, I'm so surprised you came here. I'm so grateful. She was like in tears. But, it's certain people that stick to you, and you think about them, and, that is what it is. When I first started, it was another, like, housing area. Really nice community. To me, it looked like if you ever seen the projects in New York, it looked like a better quality version of, or how the projects was supposed to be, because the projects actually wasn't for low-income families. It was for the middle class. You know what I'm saying? So the way the projects turned out, it wasn't supposed to be like that. But anyway, it's another story. They wouldn't let me in the school. It was a daycare. They wouldn't let me use the bathroom in the daycare. So it was nowhere else to use the bathroom. So I used the bathroom there. And then when I got to the route that I just left at this station, a few customers let me come in their home and use the restroom. Big Brown Food Reviews, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. How you doing, brother? BB Squad is in the building. We take as many precautions as we can. I've been doing it for years, so my other neighbors, so do my other neighbors. That's because it's still really good people out there. They just tend to forget that. I grew up in Jamaica, Queens, and then I went out to Long Island. Now I'm in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I worked at Woodside. So, you know, Woodside is predominantly Indian, Filipino, Irish. Majority of the people that I was delivering mail to were either some kind of Hispanic descent or Indian. And there was no way in hell these people were letting me use the bathroom in their house. There's no way. But it was a certain part of Woodside that had these really nice like apartments. They had like their own little area. I forgot what that little community was called. But they that's the couple that let me use the restroom in their apartment. And then I learned that there actually was a bathroom downstairs in the basement, but I still didn't have access to it. I had to wait until maybe a maintenance man or somebody came by for me to use the restroom. But you guys, I feel like I really need to find a way to go back to school, because I went to 2 different community colleges, and at one of them, all I had left is an internship to take, and because of certain circumstances, I wasn't able to take it. And then when I went back to the other school, it was an issue where I actually had a good GPA. I had a 4.0 GPA for that semester, and they sent me a letter saying, hey, if you want to take this class early in the summertime, you can take it. And I told them, you know, I declined on it because I actually was working, and I didn't want to, when I was going back to school, I wasn't going to be working as much, so I wanted to take the opportunity to work as much as I could. And by the time it was time for me to start the semester, for some odd reason, my name wasn't on the roster for the class anymore, and the professor was calling out everybody's last, first and last name, and giving them the booklet for the class, and she didn't call me and another gentleman's name. And when we went to the front individually, she told him whatever reason, and then she looked at me and was like, oh, I never was in this class. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you think I just randomly showed up here? Like, no. I showed her the schedule that I printed out because I had other classes, and she was like, well, for some reason it's not up here. I'm like, okay, so if you don't know why it's not up here, just say you don't know why. Don't sit here and try to embarrass me in front of my other classmates and make it seem like I'm not supposed to be in here. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I had to go down to admissions. I go to admissions, and this jerk off is gonna sit there and tell me how I owe money that I didn't pay for the class and all this other garbage. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I have financial aid. I've never had to pay for anything. The only thing that I had to pay for maybe is books, because they claim they send you downstairs to get books. All the used books sell out so fast, you have no choice but to get new books. And all of your books are new, and these books are $600, $700, $800 for books that your financial aid book voucher don't cover it. So you have to come out of pocket for some of your books to pay the difference. That's the only thing I've ever had to pay for. And my time in that office, do you know, like, after the semester was over, I ended up getting a check in the mail for a refund because I didn't have to pay that. So I was like, I'm just done with that school. I'm done with the other school, and just gonna work and help my mom out and stuff. And I was just like going from job to job, and then I finally got in the post office, and this was the greatest job so far as pay wise. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't find the job to be hard. I was being active. I was able to lose weight. Because the job I had prior to this, I was working at Target, standing around, eating candy, eating Pizza Hut and Starbucks on break all the time, or you get something from the freezer department and then you cook it in the break room in the toaster oven or the microwave, which is like highly saturated in sodium and all kind of stuff. So it wasn't the best for me. So working here, I'm being active, I'm losing weight, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting money. I mean, I was getting paid every 2 weeks at Target anyway, and we wasn't getting paid anything. So me getting paid every 2 weeks here was like my first check was like a whole month and a half check at Target. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I can't believe I stayed at Target even a year. So fast forward, you guys know my mom passed and stuff like that, and I moved out and had a baby and stuff. But after I had my daughter, I actually wanted to go back to the school that I had the internship because it was closer to my house. And because of that would have allowed me, while I was out for my maternity leave, that would have allowed me to go during the winter session because I had my daughter in November in the very beginning. So that would have allowed me to go to school for 6 weeks while I was on maternity leave, and I would have been able to get my degree finally for animal care and management. So at least I'll be, going in the right direction. I mean, I'm 34. I'm not in my 20s anymore. Like, I should know what I want to do, and this is not it. Like, this is not the career that I want to have. Like, this is a career job, but I don't look at it as a career. Like, this is just a job to me. It's my bread and butter right now, but this is not where I want to stay. I do not want to deliver mail for the rest of my life. I never looked at my mail carrier and I'm like, that's what I want to do right there. No. And I have not been in this career that long to even know that. I haven't been in this career that long, and I even know that I don't want to stay here. From the time I've gotten here to now, I've seen it change so much. This is pretty much becoming a package company or parcel company. I believe I stated this before. You guys don't even know that, we deliver UPS and FedEx packages on a daily basis. They come to our station and they drop off their packages. This is all post office. You know what I'm saying? And some post office are losing their Amazon contracts. We still have ours. But even if we didn't have it, I still believe that, we still would have a lot of packages because, as I said prior, we do deliver a lot of FedEx and UPS packages, so I know my daughter went to college, crazy prices and books that she had to take loans. Oh my goodness, she's still paying back those loans and she's 33. And then my question to you, D, is like, after everything, is she doing what she wanted to do in life? Like, did she get a chance to follow her dreams and actually take a career in the field that she went to school for? because I know that that's a big problem for a lot of people who go to school. They pay all this money, take out all these loans and all these things, and then after they graduate, they can't find a job. It's very hard to find a job. I didn't even play my music, y'all. I can't see what time it is. It's 8:02. Good morning, Vern. Vern is the YouTube cheerleader. Yes, she is. Oh, yes. Good morning. Well, so you guys know, I don't know if you remember her, but if you guys remember Vanilla Caramel, she used to come into my live sometimes. Let me spell out her name. Did it come up? Okay, it did come up. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, if you guys remember her, please keep her in your prayers. She's been going through a lot. She hasn't been in any of my lives. She hasn't been posting anything. I think the last time she posted something was maybe 2 months ago, if anything. She's battling a lot of illnesses and troubles right now that she has to get surgery for. And I would just like you ladies to, you know, uplift her in your prayers. She's supposed to be getting surgery, and I think about her a lot all the time. She's such a sweet girl. Well, not girl, woman, you know. She's a very sweet woman, and you know, I think about her a lot. I just pray that everything works in her favor, you know, especially people who've been through a lot in their life. You know, sometimes it seems like they just can't get a break. I felt like that with my mom. You know, she had kind of a hard, you know, life. You know, she'd been on her own since she was 14 years old. She'd been on her own in New York City, living the street life, but at the same time went to school every day. She went and got her high school diploma and her GED at the same time, went to college, had me at 21, so she stopped going to school. But then she ended up, when I was 3, so she was 24, she got hired on my birthday for the New York City Transit. So, you know, she ended up getting a career at a very young age, you know, but then my mom was diabetic, and then y'all know the story with my mom, you know, so it's like sometimes people can't get a break, it seems like. But you know, I'm praying her situation doesn't turn out for the worse, but it's very serious, guys. Very serious. Vern, tell me about it. 14 years old? I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. It's not because she was necessarily homeless, like she got put out. My mom was, I don't want to offend anybody, but what I will say is not everybody can grow up and be a Jehovah's Witness. So that's how my mom's parents were, God rest their souls, and she couldn't deal with that. And it's just certain upbringing when you're a part of certain religions, the communication, I will say the communication between you and your kids isn't where it should be or how it should be. And my mother always said that's why she always kept it real with me. She kept it funky. She always let me know what was up. She never sugarcoated anything because she wanted me to always know the truth about something. And she didn't want me to hear a lie from somebody else. And she always said, always make sure, Pooh, you let your kids know what's going on. You know, you can always say something in a way where a child can understand, you know, without shocking them, but, you know, keep it real at all times. And my mother didn't get that growing up. You know what I'm saying? So she had to bounce. Oh my God. Oh my God. God is good, isn't he? Isn't he? Wow, I was just talking about you, Carrie. Carrie. Oh my God. You made me cry. I was just talking about you. This is crazy. Wow. How are you doing? Brooklyn in the house. Here she go. Here she go. I was just telling everybody about you. YouTube B, how you doing? I don't care about the music being on, y'all. Good morning, okay? How about that? Making me come over, touch his desk. Who the hell are they?
But I was wondering, at all the things that got canceled last night, I was wondering if they were going to. I had 3 of them.
I'm just looking for you. Where's my card at, man?
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming to work today.
I ain't want to.
You better stop it, right? I think your card. You have your card over here. Look at it.
I do.
Bamboozle.
One's over there got Corona on it now.
You better stop it.
I'm gonna put my mask on. Want to see my mask?
You got a nice mask too?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You really walking around with that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Niggas is nasty.
That is true.
You know people in here be going in there touching their dick and they racking the mail and they don't wash their hands?
Oh, my man.
What? He probably do it too.
Oh my God. That's the nastiest motherfucker. You got a lot of fucking shit.
Hold on, y'all. doing here, Jerry?
How you doing?
God. Cause I am.
Fuck off live, nigga. The fuck off live, you heard?
Get out of here. You happy? What's your last week? Yo, you're a liar. Who's dirty ass jacket on my right? You don't know where it's at? I'm trying to put my headphones in. Alright guys, so I'm at work, right? Let me not be able to say that much, but guys, I cannot believe, first of all, that Vanilla Caramel is up in this chat. I just literally spoke her up. I was thinking about you, and I'm like, how's my girl doing? That's not even my keychain. Why my keychain not? So YouTube, I'm just here at work. I usually cut off my my chats when I get to work. Good morning, Hattie. So my boss's boss is here. No wonder it's so quiet. I don't have to turn off my live. How was it the last time? How was it? Huh? I'm hungover. You had a good birthday? You're crazy. So I haven't finished these things because I called out Tuesday and Wednesday. Request notice for absence. When you guys forward your mail, get one of these slips, put your address on it. You fill out one of these. Say you want to hold your mail. And then I bundle up your mail like this. And I hold it for you. So this is somebody's mail. So you one thing, I always saw spray by Matthew.
Overhead is up, parcels are up, let them stack her up. Please make your final sweep. Thank you.
There you go.
Chris, thank you. Chris, thank you.
There's no address on these. This is a third bundle. Yeah, right here. The third bundle is when you take something that don't have addresses on it, like Chinese food, Vietnamese, and you just take it with you and go to the mail with it. That's your jacket? A black jacket? Yeah, so one of my bosses is here. I don't know why. They creeping around, being annoying. I can't even talk to him. Vanilla, you have a blessed day too. I'm so happy to see you in the chat. You're so funny. I talked you up. Thank you so much. And we all praying for you so that you can get better. Hey, K. Right. Hey, Devin.
Step it out, Jacko. Step it out. Well, somebody gives you one or two.
Man, that was so crazy. Like, I just was telling you guys about her. I tell you, the Lord is amazing. He is amazing. You ever have a song in your head, I can't get it out? Sing the song all the time. I think I can muster up some energy today. I think I'm gonna try to run my mouth today. I'm really not in the mood to be out there all day. So I don't even want to be there today right now. As y'all heard, I'm gonna try to be home. Vern, check this out. Vern and D, look what they put on my desk. If we don't got nothing to worry about, why you giving this to us? Vern, I'm stealing your check, okay? That's it. I'm stealing your check.
It's not all route. If you ask me to write the route, I can write it so fast. I've been on this route about a month. Or a little more. Yeah, more than a month. I wrap it kind of, I think this is my speed right here. The other route, there's no guessing where I'm like, wait, do this go here, just go here? No, I know where it's go. I'm gonna like give it a second look. Let me sit here or make them have a brain fart. Like, do this go here, do this go there? Instead of me just going bam, bam, bam. Stuff you guys especially being that I have blocks that have the same numbers. Especially I have a block that's 24th Ave and 24th Road. I have to make sure it's Ave and Road. Don't mix them up. It's a big no-no. A big no-no. But that's the most common mistake, especially when you're trying to rack really fast. Especially for CCAs who's trying to get out the station. So you have to leave. You see that? I just was confused. I was just confused.
Taco Bell! False alarm! False alarm!
Actually, it goes to your neighbor. Stop being lazy and go give them the envelope. Burn. Stop holding people check over the weekend and waiting for me to come and deliver it to them. You know, customers do that all the time, especially if they're like living in like a complex kind of house area, like where like there's two doors there right here, but they're two separate houses. They will actually, instead of just handing their neighbor their mail, and you can tell it's a check, you know what a check looks like, and it's in an envelope. And they will actually go over, they won't go over and give them their mail. They will hold it over the whole weekend. They will hold it over the whole weekend. They won't give them their check. Say, like, it got delivered to them on Saturday, right? Probably because it was stuck to the next house or something. It's a mistake. They won't deliver it to their neighbor. What they will do is, Monday is a holiday. It's Martin King Day. No. Tuesday you come, you see a letter there. You're like, what? Like, they go next door. And they come out, oh, this is not mine. I'm like, yeah, it's your neighbor. You can deliver it to your neighbor's house. No, that is not my job. Copy that. I hope one day that it happens to you. Huh? Hope it happens to you one day. And then they'll deliver your stuff. Jamaican today? Huh? Jamaican today? There's a bucket full of loose. It's random mail that go to random houses, right? This how y'all magazines come. Magazines come like this. Got the address here, and it's all the same magazine in a pack. Same thing with People. I call this the grandma magazine. Okay. Newspapers. Okay. This is how it comes. So sometimes things get stuck together. They don't belong together. It's up to you to figure it out. We gotta pay attention. I hate delivering these non-profits. They're so big and bulky. This is probably like a reusable bag or something. See, I know I can't see without my glasses. It's just that after a while, looking at small, big addresses, it messes with my eyes. After a while, especially with this one here.
Is that the real one or is that fake too?
The ring it once, that's it.
Oh, you only get one ring?
One
Oh,
ring
these
per
people
ship.
actually wrote the address and then the dash. They wrote the word dash in
I
between.
want to wear that.
Yeah. I like to put all the loose
Taco, is that
pieces
the opening
first.
of the
They
market?
take up more time because they go all over the place. Whereas the magazines that are already put together, they're
I
more
don't know.
likely in the
We're not
order
sure.
that
It's
your
real
route
fake.
goes. They're not just everywhere.
Time.
Like one goes here, one goes here.
Is that a real one or is that fake?
Oh, did you ring the bell?
You only rang it once. But that was
Let's go to break. You need a bell to go break?
Then stay for second break. That's when the next one will get wrong.
So I have these letters, right? That's for these customers. This block right here is called 23rd Avenue. And then I have a block called Willits Point Boulevard. Now Willits Point Boulevard goes like this and it continues, but it's street that's there. And there's like a little fake park and then it continues on. 23rd, it kind of curves, like the street goes like this and curves. I don't know how to explain it. It goes down and then it curves. So this is Willits and this is 23rd. Now, the letters say that they're for Willits. There's no such thing. It's 23rd. Watch them, these customers know that it's for them. It says their name, but because it's not the right block,
No, it's not a
they'll
fish
come
call.
back to the post office and they'll say, she delivered me the wrong mail. Why did she deliver me the wrong mail? This is not my house. She has the wrong address. I want to report my mail person. I want to talk to the president. D Diets, have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. I'll definitely be putting my mask on.
Is it break time? Break time?
Yeah. Unless till they come. That's a baby.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I like that. That's good news.
Alright guys, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end this live because it's boring. I'm just racking and I'm trying to get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you guys be safe out there. Have some protection on your hands. make sure you're washing your hands. I don't really believe too much in just Purell. I think you need to wash germs off of your hands. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. That's my thumbnail.